Hi everyone, it's Susan from Australia. This is some information on something you can make at home to reduce your symptoms. If you have stuff shooting at you where you can physically feel it hitting your skin, you can make up devices to actually trap it and which will reduce your symptoms. So this is called tanglewood. It's available at etymologists. See this giant paint tin I have here? It's all sticky paint, so I can paint it on different things. What removes it if it gets on your skin or anywhere else is baby oil. It's as simple as that. So I made the sticky wand rackets a couple of years and years ago. I tried to capture it in this stuff. So the ones that I used to make, the original ones I made, I got a tennis racket and I put gaff tape over it, and then I painted each side. That doesn't work. What actually happens is when you swing it in your infected environment where you can physically see stuff is actually flying around, or if you are having something shoot at you, you can actually, if there isn't holes in it, it pushes the whole amount of air and it doesn't actually work. So you need to actually put holes in it. So I have been refining the design over a few years. I haven't used these since last year. I spent a bit of time on them and experimented with them. Swarms in your hair is a little bit different, and I may explain it a bit further on down the track. It's a bit too hard to explain with this. But with this one here, what I did was I got a bit of cardboard. I cut it out around, I put the tennis racket on it, cut it out, the piece of cardboard. I got something that was about that high, which was a egg hole in the kitchen, and I put that there so that cardboard wouldn't stick to this. So this cardboard wouldn't stick to it, so that keeps it going there. And then I can put this down anywhere. I can actually put this racket on the back of my head if I want and lie on it. And believe it or not, if you have stuff shooting out your hair, it does actually go into it and you hear it fizzling. It's pretty full on. So but it's not a cure. My suggestions about reducing symptoms. So today I have decided to have another look at this racket from Sticky Racket from the information that I learnt from trying it a year ago. I realised that it needs holes in it, and it needs several holes in it, I think. So today I'm going to go to town and put holes in it. As you can see, the sticky stuff on it, you may or not be able to see that. It's got sticky stuff on it. I had it in the sun in a spare room, and it has dried out in different areas. This sticky stuff lasts forever. It's the etymology stuff I have, but you can get tanglewood, which is the same stuff, for like $17 in the US plus delivery. It's unbelievably well priced. So let's have a look at doing this. So with the sticky racket I have here, I only have holes there, there, and there. It needs more holes, I think. Air passing through it is very important. Otherwise, when you swing this in your infected environment where you can literally see stuff flying around everywhere, it pushes the whole amount of air all around it. It's all joined, whatever's going on, magnetically, electrically, whatever, I don't know. But it forms a swarm thing and it pushes it. So with the holes, it allows it to pass through and it makes a bigger difference. And I have tested this with my overhead projector screen and to see what actually gets rid of dust. And it's the same theories that get rid of dust. So I'm going to put some more holes in this now. So I dig the holes on this side. And what I could do was with a bit of sandpaper on the other side, I'll take away the bits of cardboard and stuff that are pushed through. So more holes are good. Get that going through. So I've got 1, 2, 3, oh no. It doesn't matter. It just has to have a good amount of air passing through. And therefore, when you swing it when you go on swinging with whatever, you can, and it works well, especially with black specks, with whatever's coming at you from your environment. Now, it will capture it, unless there's some reason that you think it won't be caught on something sticky. So rather than trying to kill it, just stick it. Now, the way this racket is designed, it only swings one way. I like it because you can actually line it. So, believe it or not, that stuff that's popping in your hair, you can actually lie on this, and it will actually go onto that. And it is apparent at the amount of the struggle it puts up. It's not a cure, it's reducing symptoms. So just bear that in mind. Which means it's not multiplying as much. And possibly breeding or feeding or whatever the hell is going on. So now I've put a good amount of holes into that. I'm going to put another one in the middle. Yeah, I think that looks alright. Maybe another one here. Now that's how it looks on the other side. You're just going to get some sandpaper, get that crap off. But what it means is that you can put this warm racket down anywhere and it's not going to stick to anything. If it does stick to anything, it's not a big drama. Baby oil. So let's go with the next part I have planned. I am going to take off the gaff tape. With my acrylic fingernails. Now I hadn't planned this, I haven't done this before today, redoing this, but I have thought about it when I put it together. So in theory, it should work. Now, what I find really interesting, there we go. So there we go. That sticky thing is there. So, all I grabbed was a Woolworths bag to put the sticky thing that I was going to use. And now I'm going to pull this out. And there we go. So now I'm going to go around and replenish it. Bugger it. I'm going to paint the whole thing. I just had an idea. And this is how you have this idea, is if you actually make stuff. So each time I make something, I learn from it. Now anything that, if you have, I used to have something like columbala. It looked like columbala. So it would hit me from my knees down whenever I entered my house. And this is back in September 2022 when things were really bad and terrible and stuff for me. I spent the whole winter outside with a heater. I couldn't go near any clothes. Whatever I had was shooting off me, hitting the walls, wherever I went. Even if I was sitting outside, it was fully hitting me constantly. Now I've painted over those holes, and I'm somehow gonna have to work out how to open them without. So there we go. That looks all right. Yeah, just make the holes bigger. So oh wow. Some of the holes are so I think I'll just do this with all of them. The alternative would have been not to paint over the whole bloody thing like I did. Maybe that could have been a good idea, because it's going to create more mess for me on both sides. But you live and you learn. Each round you do on something. But the point is that if you design something like this, suddenly you don't have to kill it when you can't even see what's going on, really. You can actually trap it. This is if you're under attack. Not everyone's under attack by something that's airborne, that they have shed, that is attracted back to them. Yeah, missed one. There he is over there. So anyway, that has air flowing through it. Now I could put some baby oil on this and get it off, but I'm not going to bother because I can do that afterwards. So now I need to be able to use my hands all the sticky stuff on your desk comes off with the baby oil as well. So now I'm going to stick that down like that again. I'll flip it over. I am going to spray some baby oil on that because I don't want all that stickiness going over the strings of the tennis racket. There's a fair bit of sticky stuff on the, oh, yeah, all right, here we go. So, let's just stick it back on. And flip it over. Right. So, next step is to tape on. So to make this from the beginning, all I did was put a tennis racket down on some decent cardboard. So just has to be on cardboard. Then I drew around it and then I cut it out with a Stanley knife. Now, years ago, I used the whole box bloody air filter and that you put on a box fan that you've taken the back off. Now the problem with those, and the problem that I have, is that whatever I was shedding was alive, so therefore when I turned off the box fan, it all came out of the filter. I understand that some people may not have a live stuff. They're the people that say no, you don't have to clean, and I'm not exactly sure how they achieve that. Considering this disease process has you shedding things. I'm just gonna put some rubbing alcohol on my skin to get that baby oil off. Because it's making that difficult to stick. So yeah, I wouldn't put the sticky tape on while you have baby oil on because it makes it unstickable. So you'll basically go around the edges. So what I would do with this is that if you're doing a redo like I have done, you've got, just before you put the tape down, give it a wipe with some rubbing alcohol, and that will make it stick really well. So that's with the rubbing alcohol. So that is a much nicer finish. But yes, there is your sticky racket. So you can make this at home. Now, they work really well. If you've got stuff shooting at you and stuff, they are really, really helpful for that sort of thing. And I need to finish this one off. But there you go. So it's called, I've just had my medical marijuana. It's called resin. I'll look it up and I'll post it in the comment. I'm focusing on this right now. But yes, make sure there's holes through there. So when you swing, so the beauty of this, now let's go back to this before I over and out from this video. What you can actually do is clean the back of it so it's not sticky. So if you have really traumatizing drama going on in your hair, and this is not a fix, it's just to help reduce symptoms, you can actually lie on this racket, the back of your head on this racket, and you'll be surprised at how much it actually helps. So I've just wiped that down with baby oil. That gets rid of all the sticky stuff off the back. I might even, yeah, I'm going to cut those bits off, and so there's some really good holes going through there. Airflow, that way it doesn't push the whole thing as a body. And these things you can, because you can put it down without it sticking anyway, it is quite user friendly for you as well. Anyway, over and out, Susan.